What's up, family? So I was watching this video and they were talking about how when the times of Jesus was here and he was on the earth preaching the gospel and teaching, going into different lands and stuff like that, they were talking about how there were no microphones, no megaphones, no sound systems and stuff like that. So Jesus would stand at like the front of the crowd and the apostles would go throughout the crowd. Jesus would send them out into the crowd, and Jesus would speak loud enough for them to hear. And it was like they would echo what Jesus was saying. So Jesus would be like, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And then the apostles would hear him and they would echo, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So that the people who were farther could still get the message, so that they could still receive. So I want to give you perspective. What if, just what if, God in his all-infinite wisdom knew that you, my friend, in the place that you're in the space that you're in, with the people that you are around, you could only reach but so many people. What if God sent those who would echo what you do, what you say, echo your messages, echo your prayers. See, the enemy wants us to look at the people and be like, ooh, they copying me. Ooh, they doing what I'm doing. Ooh, they saying what I'm saying. But what if the Lord was using them not as a copycat, but as an echo to reach the people who are not in close proximity to you? Ah! 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 Because you can't reach everybody. So what about the people who are not in close proximity to you? And family, sometimes, especially now with the times that we are in, we cannot even get so caught up on, ooh, they didn't say my name. Ooh, they didn't, like, we don't have time. Like, the word has to get to as many people as possible. The gospel has to get to as many people as possible. So at some point, our minds have to shift from, I said that and they heard me say that and now they saying that, to this is an echo. This is an echo. God is using this as an echo, and we have to be so kingdom focused that we don't allow the enemy to come in and plant seeds that have no business even being there from the beginning. Now, granted, yes, you're gonna have some people who have the motive of, this is good and I can use this for the growth of me. But even still, let God handle that. Let God handle that. You right there. You stay in alignment. You stay obedient. You do what it is and say what it is and draw what it is and write what it is and whatever else. Just be obedient to what God is doing, and however he decides to move that word, however he decides, because we even have to understand that the assignments and the things that God places on the inside of us do not belong to us. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. That sermon that you took that time to allow Holy Spirit to download in you, that's not yours. It belongs to the Lord. You are declaring His word. That prayer that you prayed, if you prayed it along with Holy Spirit, that ain't your prayer. That's not your prayer. The word that God placed in your belly is not your word. It's His word. It is His. It belongs to Him. It does not even belong to us. Hello? Okay. Y'all still there? Is you still? Okay. All right. The things don't belong to us. They do not belong to us. The thoughts that He puts in our minds for us to conjure up, the words, the poems, the books, the businesses, whatever it is, they do not belong to us. We didn't pull this out of ourselves. Hello, somebody. If Holy Spirit downloaded it to you, it does not belong to you. It's His. It's His. He is using us. He is using you as a vessel to get whatever it is that heaven needs to release into the earth. We are the vessels. So do not be surprised. Hello. If you hear an echo of what He gave you. For the people who are not in close proximity to you to hear, there must be an echo. There must be an echo. There must be an echo. If you are in Virginia and somebody in California needs to hear what the Lord has downloaded in you, there must be an echo. There must be an echo. Oh, they said that because no, it's an echo. The Lord has something that needs to be said in the world, in the earth. Not just in your book, not just in your church, not just on your social media, not just at your conference or no. If it is indeed Holy Spirit led, if it is indeed a word from heaven, let me tell you something. The Lord gave me instructions the other day. And this is the first time, like, He literally said the word to me, right. And I said, right. I'm like, right what? Right what? I sit down and I just begin to speak in my heavenly language. And He began to speak while I was in prayer. And I just began to write down what He said. The very thing that He said to me. Jesus. I heard spoken to thousands of people in a place where I was not. Do I go run down to social media and say, "Oh, I said that first"? No, because I didn't say anything. Heaven declared a thing. Heaven said a thing. God spoke and said a thing. It was an echo of what heaven had already said, of what God had already spoken. We got to be okay with being the vessel that echoes heaven's sound, that echoes the voice of God. And stop being so entitled. Things do not belong to us. They belong to the Most High. We gotta shift, family. We gotta shift. I'm going to sleep now. I love y'all.